Over a drink.
Oh, that's us.
Did you say, oh, that's us?
Yeah. Yeah.
I am Irize.
And I am B Manley. Oh shit. Hey y'all, if y'all can see us right now, we got new microphones. Good looking out too, kid.
I ain't been here actually because I've been
We
out
official.
of work on medical leave. I've been at the G shop like all week.
For real?
All week.
I've been humping all week.
Pretty much all week. That's how I got to spend my week before I have to go back to work. And you know what's ill?
What's it?
My doctor asked me, when should I send you back to work? And I wasn't even paying attention. I told him August 5th. Now I need off on August 5th because that's the first anniversary of the fade in the water. I can't be at work unless I go to work with a white folding chair.
How can you go to work with a white folding chair?
Yeah, so that way everybody know what the fuck I'm about that day.
Fade in the water.
Don't try me.
Fade
Try anybody but me.
the water. What's going on? How was your day though today? How you doing? You alright?
My day was pretty chill. My weekend was pretty chill. I got to work a gig for Savannah Tourism, representing the city of Savannah here in Philadelphia because for people who aren't aware, you can now fly nonstop to Savannah from Philadelphia. Oh, you know what? We're gonna take a shot first.
Let's do that.
So yeah, I got to do that, and that was pretty cool. And one of the reasons why I elected to do that and wanted to do that, outside of being paid $30 an hour for doing it,
That was awesome. I like that. Hey, listen, the sound on that was crazy.
outside of that, I spent my entire childhood growing up spending my summers in Savannah because that is where my mother's people is from. So
Okay, we talking about Georgia too, right?
Georgia.
Georgia.
Yes, so Savannah is one of my favorite cities. I think it's probably, I'm going to say my favorite U.S. city next to the Philadelphia.
Word?
Yeah, if I ever retire, it used to be Charlotte, like I was going to go to Charlotte, but now Charlotte is like Atlanta Part 2, so I think I might
Definitely.
hit Savannah.
Here's that shot.
Bang.
Down the hatch.
That's not bad though. You know, that's why I had to bring out my heavy hitter because while I was at work this weekend, so on my break, I go sit in my car, grab my phone, family group chat popping, and it's my son and his craziness. And I say craziness because my son has been very vocal in his support of 45. That's all I'm gonna say about that. To the point that I'm questioning, like, who raised you? But he also made a very good point when he said that it's kind of crazy how I'm questioning who raised him. When I know who I raised him to be, a free and independent thinker, and I'm assuming that he didn't do his research, and for whatever his reason that I can't fathom, that is where his support lies at this time. So while I'm at work at about 2 p.m., was it yesterday? Yesterday. That's when I got the news that Biden had dropped out of the race. And then like 30 minutes later, he had endorsed Kamala Harris. Now,
That's big.
it was big.
Major.
But let me tell you why I started flipping the fuck out.
Why you flip out?
Because as per our legal process for an election, I voted in a primary. I have to keep reminding myself that when I voted, it's not like I was really voting for Biden. I was voting. I'm voting policy over people every time because I don't like none of these people.
I think you're supposed to though. That's
Yeah,
how you're
definitely
supposed to vote.
I don't like. I mean, to genuinely like a candidate, like I genuinely like Barry O. I had no problem with him, and it had nothing to do with just because he's a black man. Because I also genuinely like, to a certain extent, Bill Clinton. To a certain extent, because him and his wife, the ones that, you know, incorrigibles, lock them up and fucking, you can't beat your kids no fucking more. Go to jail behind that shit because of them. But then he got a young lady, he nutting on her dress and shit.
He's a man.
Anyway, I digress.
He's still a man.
So I was kind of losing my shit because I voted for a particular candidate who was very staunch in his position to run. And then he was kind of forced to not run. And I understand the position of the Democratic Party, but I'm just like, why they didn't think about this months ago? They could have pulled the trigger on this months ago. And part of me is like, they didn't do it because it's kind of like the aha to the Trump campaign, because their whole campaign was like the old guy and the younger old guy. But now it's like, who's the old guy? Who's the fucking old guy?
If they would, now they could have pulled that Trump card later, so to speak. That Trump card later. I mean, earlier. If they would have did this earlier, they could have. That old reference would have been only for one person.
Well,
they couldn't have used it anymore, though.
I was already trying to figure out how J.D. Vance became the vice presidential candidate for the Republican side because he was once a never Trumper. So I was already trying to figure out how the fuck he just popped up.
Smart. It's a smart play from Donald.
It definitely was a smart play
It's
from
a smart
Donald.
play.
So I flipped out for a bunch of reasons because I'm like, all right, Biden endorses her, yay, but this country still is not ready for that. Remember, she ran in 2020.
But she didn't have a chance, though. She didn't have a chance at all in 2020.
Who did she run against in 2020?
Biden.
Right.
She didn't have a chance, though.
And she ended up being, so now she's supposed to have a better chance.
Because now people know her a little bit, so they're gonna go on that. Like she's been the most. I think they're gonna go with that because she's been the most familiar Democratic face in the last, I guess, so months in the political field. So you're gonna have to go with the heavy hitter. But I mean, either way, this thing gonna be. I don't know if it's gonna be a nail biter, but it's
not really. I mean, it'll be a nail biter depending on who they choose to be her running mate, which I do think people are shouting Michelle Obama, and I'm like, yo, she ain't never been a politician. Just like Donald Trump, I get it, but y'all got to chill the fuck out. They're not going to vote for 2 black women.
Even still,
Like,
everybody.
two black women.
I don't know why people don't listen when people talk. Like, why people don't listen? And I'm not saying everybody or every politician, but Michelle Obama done told y'all. She ain't never going into this political thing no more, man. She seen what it did to her husband. She seen her first experience in that political field. It was
Vern.
Yo, Vern. What up, y'all? Her first experience in a political thing was like that joint. Then it divided her family. They gave Obama white hair before he left. She ain't trying to go through that.
And she already said that he can't do it.
He started with black hair, bro.
She already said he can't do it either.
Come on, like, so she ain't trying to put herself in that joint. Plus, when they left, y'all start going through the children and everything. Y'all start following around Sasha and Malia and all that. Man, come on, yo, she ain't doing that no more.
And they still doing Will regardless.
Yeah, so let's keep the Obama thing off the table. We gonna play with the cards we got in our hand.
I'm gonna just keep drinking.
We got Kamala. I mean, again, who is our running mate? We'll figure that out later.
I mean, it'll be figured out. I mean, I just know a lot of people are starting to harp on her track record when she was district attorney and attorney general in San Francisco and in California. And I looked up her track record, and it actually wasn't very bad. I mean, they talk about her locking up people for small marijuana crimes, but if you think about it, if something is law, if she didn't do it, then they would say that.
There you go. Sometimes some people's hands are forced. You got to do this right here.
Because the law is the law.
You don't like what your supervisor say to you or whatever at work or your manager, but their hand is forced. They have to do this joint, and you got to do your job. So it's pretty much sometimes. I'm not going to say all the time. I'm not going to make a blanket statement. So sometimes that's the case, and we need to give people like the benefit of the doubt.
Well, I did discover that between 2013 and 2016, she had released the annual in-school on track report detailing the truancy and absenteeism rates in California. And she backed the law that allowed prosecutors to criminally charge parents of students who excessively missed school. And that was brought up during her 2020 election run, which they criticized. However, fast forward to 2024, when we got these babies out here shooting up bus stops, I mean, and everybody's screaming, hold the parents accountable.
Come on. Mayor Street did it here for a minute. You know what I'm saying? So it was like a joint, and I think she probably took that thing that Street did over here and implemented it over there, because Street had the parents going to pick your kids up from these truancy offices. Then you had to go down to the Leah Course Center or whatever and see about their truancy. They was holding parents accountable for your children's actions. If you don't want to be parents, don't have these kids.
So, all right, I'm done with politics. But the last thing I wanted to dive into or just figure out, just for my own personal satisfaction, was how many other presidents never sought re-election?
Only like 2.
No, there was more than 2.
Yeah.
So LBJ, 56 years ago, 1968, he did not seek re-election. And that was that was during the Vietnam War and national unrest due to Martin Luther King's assassination and Bobby Kennedy's assassination. In 1952, Harry Truman, he also did not seek re-election, but Harry Truman also had the lowest Presidential approval rating on record at 22%. Although he brought us out of World War II, there was the Korean War. And then the other were Teddy Roosevelt and Calvin Coolidge. So
Calvin Coolidge.
The other difference is because Biden's the first one to only serve 4 years and step down, is they all became president after their predecessor had passed away or stepped down, and so that's why they served.
So that's why they
served more than 4
president.
years, because they became president and then they became reelected. As an incumbent.
Okay.
But then they just didn't seek the reelection for the additional 4 years that they would have been entitled to, because technically they didn't serve a complete term when they got into the White House.
Okay.
I just found that kind of interesting. People just really don't say they're running and then change their mind. That's all.
Biden, good luck with being a grandpa. Go be a pop-pop now.
Yeah, I was so fucked up yesterday. I didn't even get a chance to watch. I didn't get to watch. I mean, the other day I did watch some of the WNBA All-Star games. Yeah. But I didn't get to watch like my favorite TV show last night. I got to catch up on House of the Dragons.
Oh yeah, that's a dope show too. That's the sequel to prequel to Game of Thrones. It's a prequel to Game of Thrones, right? Yes. So all you Game of Thrones fans, check it in, tap in. But as far as sports, the WNBA, the All Stars played the US team. Yeah. Hey, listen. I can't think of Shorty's name, and I'm sorry, I can't think of your name right now. But she was cooking with grease. I think Shorty ended against. She got MVP. Over whatever her name is. I'm so sorry. But she was cooking when she had 34 points in that joint. Killing them. They beat the U.S. team. The WNBA All-Stars beat the U.S. team. And for those who make controversy with Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese or whatever, they was teammates on that team, bro. And Caitlin Clark gave her an assist. And they slapped hands and everything after that joint. And on one play, if y'all watch, because I'm a sports fanatic and I watched the game and everything, on one play, Caitlin Clark came down and it looked like she was going to shoot a three. You know who jumped up as if she was going to shoot that three? Angel Reese. As a fan, she jumped up. You know how when people jump up when Steph Curry go to shoot a three? She was about to jump, but she put it back down and started dribbling the ball. But Angel Reese is really, all the stuff y'all be hearing, people make things bigger than what they are.
They're both athletes that are competitive.
Competitors. That's
all
it is.
They're not fans of each other.
That's all it is. They competitors.
You're supposed to not be a fan during the season when you're competing against each other.
And as many times as they seen each other, you got to figure they was the top two in college for a long time. Hey, mom. Yeah, they were the top two in college. So therefore, those two are going to be competing with each other no matter what. I'm just mad that everybody make it in the black and white, though. Don't do that, yo. Let's not do that all the time. Let's not put the narrative in front of the players, though. Because they not talking black and white, but y'all talking black and white.
They're not talking black and white.
They're not talking black and white.
But especially during this time and the political climate with everybody being so divisive, because every time an election comes up, it makes people
That's the problem. That's the problem with the world I see. The media,
everything becomes black and white.
The media blows things out of proportion. Media blows things out of proportion. The media actually can control things and they can make things explode.
They do.
Y'all can actually do that. Like, so I don't know why y'all play the other end
you're saying
of
y'all,
this joint.
Like you being on the podcast.
Yeah, true. But I'm not. I try not. I'll be part of the media and I'll include myself. But I try not to carry bad narratives or whatever too far. I may speak upon them, but I'm not gonna keep carrying them joints like that because. We don't even know these people.
And that's literally only in our culture in America.
Like, we don't even know these people, man. Like, so shouts out to Caitlin Clark. Shouts out to Angel Reese and all the other WNBA players or whatever.
Yeah, and they had all the former players, all the All-Stars in the building. Balling. Everybody was there. Everybody. And I was like, damn, Diana Taurasi's still balling.
She's the GOAT.
She is the fucking GOAT for sure.
Diana Taurasi
I forgot she was still balling until they announced her name. I was like,
They just named the practice facility Phoenix after her.
Yes. Listen, I'm like, she was there for, wasn't she like an inaugural player?
Yeah, like she wasn't that old.
I know she ain't that old, I'm just saying, but she's been around
She's been around forever. She the GOAT, though. Diana Taurasi, I've been watching Taurasi since Connecticut.
And she still plays.
Since UConn.
And she still plays.
She still kill them. She got that angry streak in her. But we still on sports, right? We gonna keep with this sports. Shouts out to the Olympic team, the U.S. men's. Mm-hmm. They beat Sudan. Wasn't that damn impressive though?
I mean,
wasn't that damn impressive? but y'all beat Sudan. Shouts out to the Sudan team who gave the US team work.
That's what it is.
They put work in out that joint. And if y'all meet them boys again, I think y'all might have a problem, man. Y'all gonna have to, y'all need K. What y'all gonna say? They didn't have KD? I can dig it. Y'all ain't had KD. I understand. But I like, shouts out to the Sudan team, man.
The whole Sudanese team, and don't nobody know nothing but about Sudan but Manute Bol.
That's it. But they was good. They was balling out that joint. And I want to give shouts out to the people who think, shouts out to all the youngins who keep on thinking the 1992 team wasn't that. Shout outs to y'all for being stupid. I got y'all. But, and again, since we stand on sports, I want to give another shout out to the young boy who played for the Union. He became the youngest U.S. soccer player to play a professional soccer game in the U.S., bro. He's 14 years old. He played for the Union.
Played for the Union and actually got some tick.
Hey, kid, keep on playing, bro. Keep playing. You got a bright future.
Especially since that is literally the #1 sport in the world. El football.
Without that football. You got to be football.
Shout out to my nephew that went up to the Summer League games in New York. I was like, yo, 20 years ago, that was me. And nigga, don't leave me again.
He went for an experience.
This is how I found out. I called my son. Now, I already know because my sister already done told on him. She already said, your son is going with my son in New York. And I'm like, who the fuck said he can go to New York?
Mm-hmm.
My son is still a minor. He is 17. My nephew is 21, though, going to be 22. But still, that's not the point. And I trust my nephew implicitly, so that's not even a problem. So I call him and I'm like, yo, are you near your grandmother? He's like, no, I'm far away from my grandmother. So now he's saying that shit with his whole chest. And I'm like, oh, word? Where you at? I'm in New York. What you doing in New York? We eating. And then we going to the games up Dykeman. Ho, slow down. What you know about the games up Dykeman, nigga? Who are you with? He was like, I'm with Jason. I said, so that's why you thought it was okay? Because I don't remember you asking your mother, could you go to New York? And just like dead silence on the phone. But that's some shit that I would do when I was 17. So.
Yeah, so you can't knock the hustle, man. He moving around. He like, I know where it's hot at.
Except I wouldn't be with a cousin. I would be with a girlfriend who was probably also 17, but then told somebody she was 21. So
yeah, so that's that. Shouts out to you. Keep going to New York, watching them games, man. That's an experience
up that joint. Me
next
time. I'm going.
Hey man, include me too.
I miss that. That used to be, I've been to Rucker Park games. Like, I'm that old.
It's an experience.
I'm that old.
It's an experience. The closest thing we got to Rucker Park was 16 for Susquehanna. For those who know,
I used to be at those games.
For those who know, some of y'all don't know, but 16 for Susquehanna was similar to Rucker Park back in the day.
Yeah, just that whole league was, because you can go uptown and watch niggas ball.
Crazy.
Who hooky school? Oh yeah, there was that one time.
Ooh.
Spike Lee was opening a store. I had to go to the Spike Lee shop.
Spike was open. Listen, she
when
had
he
to
opened the Spike Lee shop.
You had to go.
Hooky school.
I'm mad I didn't hooky school and go.
I was a really big Spike Lee fan. I wanted to work in film, and he was one of my film heroes. And shout out to my cousin Lacey, who actually interned for Spike Lee.
Yeah. That's a dope experience, right?
It was a dope experience for her. What else you got?
Man, it's a couple issues in the city that I want to address too, like some of the city things that's going on. Like I want to talk about the lady that. Listen, I want to give condolences to the family and the friends of the lady who lost her life, the biker, the doctor. She was like a cancer research or whatever for children
and
everything.
She was a pediatric cancer doctor, oncologist. I'm about to say what they call. She's a pediatric oncologist.
Shouts out to that doctor, and not even shouts out, condolences to her family and everybody else or whatever. But I got an issue with this joint, not with her or her family or anything. I got an issue with the people who sitting here talking about we need barricades in the street for bike riders.
We have barricades in the streets for bike riders. We can't put them on every street. It's not feasible. It's not logical.
That's where I'm going. It's not even logical because we as a people, we get off the issue half the time. Like we have an issue here in the topic, and we talk about that topic, and then we get right off of it. The issue is that the driver that hit her was a drunk driver.
That's the issue.
What does barricades have to do with a drunk driver?
Because he would have went through those barricades.
He would have went through the barricades anyway.
Just like several drunk drivers did this past month in the news, killing people or injuring people.
So let's stop with the barricades. We don't need no more barricades. We don't need to condense no more streets. We don't need to do nothing. Bikers got lanes. They can do everything. It just so happened that a drunk driver was driving and he made a fatal mistake. Let's deal with the issue, man. We don't need more barricades on Spruce Street. Spruce Street already tight as it is, man. We don't need no more.
And it was never that tight.
And it was 2 lanes on Spruce Street. Y'all done turned it into 1. We don't need any more done to that street, yo. Leave it alone, man. Come on, city officials. Come on. What's her name? What's the mayor's name?
Not what's the mayor's name. We know who we didn't vote for.
I actually voted for her, man. I hit Democrats straight down.
I never do that.
I was one of them idiots right there for that joint.
Catch me like that, never again. If I don't know who you are, I gotta at least know your policy. I'm not playing them games no more. Just with the way I'm.
That was within the city though. That was the city election.
Especially in this motherfucking city.
That was the city election.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not.
I won't do that with the other elections, but the city election.
With no election.
There's no Republicans in the city though.
No, what do you mean there's no Republicans in the city?
No one is Republicans in the city that I would want to vote for.
Oh, that you would want to vote for. Yeah, you got to clarify
who's the Republicans in the city that you want to vote for?
There's some independents that I definitely would flick the switch for, which is why. Or there's just Democrats that I'm not voting for, so I'm not going to flick the switch all the way down. I'm going to flick for who the fuck I want.
Now that one there is where I would say that one right there.
There's some of y'all like, no, you don't get my vote just because you're part of the party.
Y'all got my vote because
I change my fucking party.
I ain't even know y'all.
This party ain't popping no more.
But again, for people who vote, man, vote on the issues, man. Not vote on the policies and don't vote on the people or the party. Vote on policies, man.
Yeah, I just for the people who keep talking about Trump. I saw something interesting on the internet, and I said I wasn't gonna go to politics, but see, that's what Sip Tequila takes you to.
Go to politics.
They were saying how everybody was talking about this $600 stimulus, and the guy brought up a point. He said Trump was in office for 4 years, so $600 divided by 4 is $150. Y'all spent that money well.
Y'all don't even the people who say this stuff right about money, like y'all just show me the type of people and type of character you are when you basing your vote on some money that some expected. You expecting some matter of fact, you basing your vote on expecting something.
Right, we shouldn't be looking for handouts.
What are you
You know what really bothers me? The fact that children, I think you should be voting younger than 18. Let me tell you why. Because these are the motherfuckers that the laws is going to affect, and they're not old enough to fucking vote yet. And these are the people who are directly going to be making the choices that these are affecting. For real. Like my 12-year-old daughter needs to vote because she needs to be able to govern her own vagina. And J.D. Vance said, even if you're raped, he doesn't think that abortion should be available to you because that child could be special. That child also could be a terrible ass raper like their father. But you know.
What? Somebody said this out loud?
The vice presidential candidate for the Republicans, dude.
See, this is what I'm saying, right?
This is what I'm saying. People don't pay attention. I've never in my life had an abortion, but I think people should be open to doing it. And if that something happened to my daughter and she decided that was her course of action, I think she should have the right to do so. But by putting certain people in office now, by the time 6 years from now, when it's required of her, like if that's the choice she wants to make 6 years from now or later, she won't be able to do so.
Yeah,
with or without parental consent. Like that shit is just wild to me.
That's a wild joint. It's a wild thing that men want to intervene on women's bodies. That's just outlandish to me right there.
Going on with y'all on half the time.
That's just outlandish to me right there. I don't even understand that one. And the whole abortion thing, man, it got to be something with some money behind this joint because I don't understand why is this such a huge issue.
I'm gonna tell you why.
When it got to be some type of money as leading or something.
Because the misconception is that black women and women of color are leading in abortions, and that is false. Actually, white women have more abortions per capita, which means per population in total. It is so they tired of them killing their babies, and we the ones that's actually having babies.
Yeah, I just don't understand why y'all even worried about that.
That's what it really comes down to. So they want to make sure that they have and it's not even so much that white women are getting rid of their babies. More interracial relationships are producing children. So I think that's what it is. The entire country is becoming more brown or other, and they need more people to be able to check this white box. That's what you. That's where you going with the conspiracy. I like that. I go a lot of places with the conspiracy. It depends on where the fucking Terramana going to take me. But we're not here to talk about that. Let's talk about something else. Because I was having a fucking meltdown, yo, like for real.
Oh, wait.
I calmed down this morning when I realized, like, all right, this might be a good thing because Trump has said some nasty, nasty things about Kamala, and that shows him as definitely, at least, if not racist, fucking sexist and anti-black woman.
True.
So and the crazy thing is, right now, JD Vance and the leader of the RNC, I actually wrote this nigga's name down because I ain't gonna fuck that up.
You wrote that nigga's name down.
Listen, white nigga, black nigga, yellow nigga.
The word,
still
for clarity.
Oh wait, his name is Harmeet Dillon, but Dhillon.
Okay.
He's Sikh and Indian, and they have been along with Kamala, have been faced with a lot of anti-Asian bigotry online because remember, or in case you didn't know, JD Vance's wife is very Indian. She's the daughter of Indian immigrants, and she grew up in like the San Francisco area. So
okay.
People don't like that, which is funny because like that's my whole concern about Trump being elected. It has nothing really to do with his policies or lack thereof able to make some ones that make sense. Mm-hmm. It has everything to do with he emboldens racists. Because my son asked me that the other day. Do you think Trump's racist? I don't have to think he's racist. I know his New York housing policies of the 70s and 80s that directly affected my son's Caribbean American grandmother showed he was racist. Mm-hmm. I also know that his staunch position against the now exonerated Central Park 5 showed he was racist. Mm-hmm. I know some of the things he said about his own girl, Omarosa de Gaulle, have been racist. Mm-hmm. So, like, I don't got to prove that shit. He has to prove to me that he's not racist is where the fuck I'm at. That's where I am with all of them racists. You have to prove to me that you are not because, yes, I am one of those people where, like, you guys innocent until proven guilty.
That's how those. I mean,
racist till you're proving you're not.
That's the law, right? That's the law of the land. That's what they say, right?
Till you're proving you're not.
That's what they say. That's the law of the land,
I'm
right?
prejudiced. I tell people that all the time. I prejudge everybody: the handicapped, the whites, the blacks, the Puerto Ricans, the Cubans, the Colombians, the French, the Canadian. I don't give a fuck. I prejudge everybody.
You're a prejudge of all races.
Yeah, of every race, every fucking creed, every nationality, every handicap. Shit, I'm fucking neurodivergent myself. I talk about crazy people all the time, and the dyslexic, and the fucking bipolar, and you know.
Yo, he's fucking.
But I'm not racist. I'm not part of a system that's set up designed to hold any of these people back, and nor am I trying to.
You're definitely not racist, and you're not trying to hold nobody back. Yo.
What other happy shit happened this week?
Listen, how was your fucking weekend?
I just told you I worked.
All right.
Oh, no, I'm not. I mean, I told you.
Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
I worked on Saturday and Sunday, and then I actually hung out with some friends, some really good friends. I told you I was at the G Shop all week, like starting, I think, on Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Well, was that here Saturday? I can't remember. No, I was at work Saturday and Sunday, but I was with Chick with the Juice on Sunday. That's why I thought I was here, because I literally, I'm that friend that I don't know how to support you all the time, especially when you're grieving, because I don't deal with grief well myself, and it's hard for me to process. Mm-hmm. So I really don't know how to be there for somebody outside of just being there.
Yeah.
So that's kind of
sometimes you don't know what to say and shit like that.
I know what to say, but sometimes it's not the fuck appropriate. So like my physical presence is usually enough. So that's kind of what I did for my sister this week. And I knew that yesterday I was going to be with some other friends that she hadn't seen in a long time that would probably make her feel good. So I kind of surprised her. She hit me and told me she was in the city, and I was like, oh, when I get off work, you want to hang out? And she was like, sure. So I went to pick her up and took her to hang out with our other friends, and they were eating crabs, which is their favorite thing to do. So yeah, she got to eat a bunch of crabs.
Everyone likes to eat crabs. I think fucking blue crabs are overrated.
Think they're overrated?
Yeah, I think it's overrated.
I just think it's a lot of work.
The whole crab, it's overrated.
But
like the whole experience.
Like really good ones, you know.
The big ones though, I need like them $4 crabs. Y'all know what I'm talking about. From the $1.50 to the. If you from Philly, y'all know what I'm talking about. $1.50 crabs, $2 crabs,
you gotta go to
$3 crabs, $4 crabs.
Crabs Plus, and you gotta get the bushel for $1.60, and they literally
all $3 crabs. Everything in there is the $3 crabs.
For sure.
That's what I'm talking about. For sure. Y'all know what the fuck I'm talking about if y'all from Philly, man. Come on.
Right on Mount Ephraim Avenue.
What up, Slat? What up, Onski? Shouts out to y'all. Listen, I can't see my phone all the way over there, but for everybody who's tuning in
Cousin
with us,
Lindy tuned in. I see that on your phone.
everybody who's tuning in with us right now, whatever, hit us
My
with some
homie
likes.
Boomy's watching.
I like to see them hearts and them waves and all that, man. Can y'all please give me some of the waves and all that, man? I'm a simple man. I don't need a lot of stuff. I just need some hearts and some likes or whatever, something on that joint, man. Because I see everybody else get it. I'll be wanting it too. Don't leave me out. Don't leave me out.
You know, my mom, that'd be the first thing she do.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. But listen, I had a I want to give a shout out to somebody really special to me. Very, very special. Her name is Kaylin.
I was about to say which one of the kids. I was just about to say which one of the kids, and I should have known it was that one.
My baby. Shouts out to my baby Kaylin. She play in the league. And she hit a 3. She hit a joint. She hit a basket. She play in the league with all boys. She like one of 2 girls in this league or whatever. And the ball came back out to her, and she hit the 3. I went bananas, but I held my composure.
Yeah, because
I held my composure on that joint.
She at that age.
Yeah, but she did it like this is what she do. Listen, she had a
That
steal.
is what she
She
do.
D one of the boys up, got a steal from him and everything. Like, so she balling in this joint. So I want to give a shout out to my baby, my cinnamon, my heart right there, the left ventricle of my heart. Shouts out to you. I'm not leaving none of my other kids out either. Shouts out to you, boys. Shouts out to you, Sugar. I love both of y'all. I don't want to leave none of y'all out. That's Karan if y'all don't know who he is. Yeah, I'm talking about. I call him boy because that's my only. But shouts out to y'all, man. And my weekend was, I hung out a little bit for the weekend.
Yo, you went out without me again?
I didn't go out nowhere though. I didn't really go nowhere. Me and Haas just was out for a minute. Shouts out to my man Haas Young.
Speaking of Haas,
my boy.
on one of my days up here at the G Shop, I ran into Reem.
Shouts out to my other brother Reem.
Reem was coming from the store up the street buying his scallions.
That's what he do. That's what he do. Buying scallions. Oh, that nigga was cooking.
That nigga was cooking.
You black.
I was
bastard.
like, Reem, he told me, who is calling me up here? I was like, me.
Yeah.
What you mean?
He thought he was incognito. He thought he was nobody knew him up here. So thought he was incognito. He was on his little joint. Yeah, nigga, we know where you at.
Sis. And then I was like, do I have your number? And then when I typed it in, I was like, no, nigga, I got an old ass number.
Yeah,
Sure.
I ain't see him this weekend, but yeah, we gonna run into each other. That's my boy too, though.
Where was you on high side without me?
We went up to the Alibi. We shot up there real quick.
Okay.
You know, Big Sis worked up that joint, so we went up there for a second. It wasn't nothing major. It was just breeze through, you know. Then we got on out of there. I was tired. I had to work the next day.
Right, because that's a trek for a breeze through, which is why sometimes I don't get up there.
Yeah, it was definitely it was cool. It was cool to get out for a little bit though, cause you know I'm pretty much a hood boy. I'm be in the hood, chilling. Like I watch a lot of movies, look at TV. I go to work. That's it.
And that's the one thing I didn't do.
It's a single life for me. Single life get lonely and it's you know you be by yourself a lot. So I didn't know how lonely single life is though. I had no clue. Till I became,
how lonely
till I was
it is.
Yeah, you get no. I keep it real with everybody. Single life is cool. If you like to play and be free and do what you want, that's cool. But just know when you single, there will be more lonely nights than there are with company. Please believe that. Don't even unless you're going to get yourself into a relationship. But if you're going to remain single,
I saw a meme that said if you're single and not dating, you're not having fun.
that's true. No, to a certain extent, because we are social beings.
But
So to be a loner, we social beings by nature.
And I also understand that generally dating is probably more expensive for you.
A single male dating,
because I'm sure you don't run into many women that are like offering to pay for dates or
no. Now some women if they thorough, they gonna look out. If they feel you got to be a thorough dude though. Like y'all know if you thorough or not, and the chick know if you thorough or not. If you thorough, the chick she gonna look out for you because she feel that. But if you ain't, then single life gonna get real expensive for you. Like you gonna be paying a lot. It's gonna be expensive anyway because you're a single dude and you gotta carry the weight anyway. So yeah, it get expensive. That's why single men don't go out on dates.
I have a lot of first date theories. Like I feel like maybe just to break the ice and to release all that tension of where you go and how much shit costs, go Dutch. First date, split the whole shit down the middle.
I heard that, right?
No matter where you go.
That's a
dope. Split that shit down the middle. That way you don't have to worry about it. Unless at the end of the date, a motherfucker is feeling the vibe like, nah, I got that. Because at least you already know you're feeling it like that. But if you already have it agreed from the beginning,
I think that's a dope joint. But listen, to present that to a woman, she gonna look at it as a different way. But if the date is going right, and I say this for all men, if the date is going right, that man should go ahead and pay for that joint. But if this date ain't going right,
I feel like he's going to.
Yeah, he's going to. But not if that joint go left. I'm not paying for it.
If it's going right.
Oh yeah, if it's going right. That's a must. You gotta pay for it.
If it's going right.
Listen, you're never going to get to second base if you don't pay for that date. And this date is like, and this thing popping, y'all vibing, y'all done looked in each other's eyes, y'all done engaged, y'all done had 3 drinks, you almost kissed her at the table and everything. So yeah, you gotta pay for that, bro. You gotta pay for that, man. Come on.
I also think people put too much emphasis on first dates. I think if the date is for you to get to know somebody, there's nothing wrong with going somewhere to talk. Over coffee, over
that's a good date because that's when you're trying to
meal, like meaning like a cafe, a restaurant, like a diner. Like you ain't got everybody be talking about something. I'm not going to Cheesecake Factory, but you go there with your grandmother every third Sunday. That shit is crazy to me. Every third Sunday with G-Mom and
people would rather go to these.
But you're not gonna go there on the first date.
What's corny?
Or any date.
Yeah. Come on. But what's corny to me is that every chick want to suggest the most expensive place that they think they know, and I don't understand that.
When I do that, I offer to pay because it's not about what I think I know. It's about my appetite and what I like to eat. And motherfucker, I'm gonna eat what I want to eat.
If I go on a date, my dates revolve around. If I go to a restaurant, my shit revolves around a chef.
There's also certain people that I don't take to those type places, so I know it's not a problem of how much it's going to cost.
How much it's going to cost,
whether I'm paying or not. So.
Yeah, so but like any of them joints, just men, like come on, man, like step up a little bit, man. If y'all single, you get lonely, like take care of the chick, man. You know what I'm saying? y'all want something from her, man. Y'all gotta do something, and y'all all want something from a girl. So don't act like I'm saying something foreign. You know what I'm saying? I just put it out there on the table where y'all keep it hidden in the closet. I just put it right there in the forefront.
What else was happening this week? I heard the fucking Missy Elliott tour. Now, the other thing is, I heard that's like August 5th or 4th in the city, and I'm like,
Missy tour?
Yes.
Do she got Sierra with her? Is Sierra with her?
It's Sierra and Busta, and I heard that opening is like Timberland, and he brought everybody. Like, and I heard that you be on your feet the whole time. And at first, I was kind of like, do I want to go?
Just think about that.
But I was like, just even for the nostalgia, I know that's one of those joints where I would be like, I don't care if I go, but then I get there and be like, I'm so glad I went.
And you're going to know every song. You think about the hits between these people. Every song is going to be... Timberland got hits with everybody, so he can play everything. He can pretty much play everything.
Missy got hits with everybody.
And she can pretty much play everything. You know what I'm saying?
Everybody. Or she wrote the motherfucking
Or she wrote something,
everybody.
so she can pretty much play everything because it's hers. Yeah, that's a dope concert right there.
So I heard that's a really dope show. Yeah. Outside of a few cities, Busta's yelling at people about put your phone down and enjoy the moment, which to a certain degree, I get it and I definitely understand where he's coming from. But he also has to understand at this point, it is 2024, quickly and rapidly approaching 2025 as we are approaching the end of the 7th month. It's a new millennium, it's a new time, and everything is... It's the running man. It's the age of the running man. We see you at all times now, and there are people who like and enjoy that. They want to be seen at all times.
All times. Man, listen, I can't go nowhere, though. It's so ridiculous out this joint. Like, you go places, people filming everything. I don't be wanting to be on everybody's camera, yo. I don't want to be in the background of what you recording and all this, that, and the third. And if you're going to have a person, I think it's just courtesy. Like, if you're going to record this angle, just tell a person, like, yo, listen, I'm about to record right here, bro. Like, just give me a second. And if the person want to stand there, let them stand there. If they don't, like, give them an option, man. I don't want to be in the background of your joint, man. Like, real talk. Don't let me turn around or whatever.
I mean, it's crazy how it's like, as soon as you walk past certain people's houses, it's like, you're being recorded.
Yeah, like, all that, like, come on, man.
Recorded, but I ain't trying to fucking rob their house either, so that shit don't bother me. They just catch me walking by.
Yeah, I can dig that. Like, y'all keep, we need these ring cams and all that. There's a lot of goofy stuff going on.
It's the gift and the curse, because did you see the video, the lady that shot the baby?
Yo, that's wild. That's wild.
Like, why? No, what's wild is it's the second time she's done some shit like fired on somebody in broad daylight. In 2017, she did the shit.
Let me give a special dumbass shout out to you idiot. You shoot a baby over. You shoot the dude over $100. You meatball. You stupid. Lock her up. Throw away the key.
I'm trying to figure out how she did it in 2017 and it's 2024 and she's not locked up.
$100 though.
Really what I'm trying to figure
We
out.
shooting people over $100.
I mean, listen.
Y'all the pettiest hustlers ever,
There's
man.
people shooting people over less. Why do you think these kids is dying so
That's
much?
what, I know, but I don't have to like it though. I don't have to like it. I'm gonna get my opinion on it. Y'all petty as hell. $100 though. $100, shorty. If that $100 ain't even gonna make you or break you, and if you gave a pack to him or whatever, however it is, because they say it was over drugs, so I'm make the assumption he was working for you. You gave him a pack. Right. You gave him a pack, and you couldn't take a loss of $100. You want to shoot him over that joint, man? Listen, you don't need to be hustling.
Shoot him while he holding his baby.
Why he holding the baby
then it
though?
was like the juvenile parent. So I'm like, damn, is he 17?
Come on, shorty. You don't even need to be doing nothing. You need to go ahead and pack it in and go get a job. Matter of fact, you don't need no job no more. You need to go to jail.
I mean, yeah, that's pretty
go to
much what
jail.
it is, if I'm not mistaken.
Goofy ass off
and
the
then
street.
There was a chick, tough ass chick.
Yeah, she hard as nails till the real man come up to her with fists. That's why you had a gun, because young boy probably done knocked your block off. I don't know what's wrong with y'all. Y'all tripping out this joint, man. Since we on this note, shouts out to you idiots that shot up the block party up West Philly. Y'all young boys is retarded.
I was wilding about the fucking election shit, and then I found out about that and was like, yo, first of all, like, I don't understand why in this climate we're still having block parties on some real shit. It's too much going on. Like, I love a good block party, but I also come from the era where the only thing that fucking stopped the block party, I mean, every once in a while gunshots, but for the most part it was just a fight, because the cops would come to break up the fight. Now the cops got to come and they got to bring out the fucking special detectives and fucking crime scene unit, because there's always they fucking looking for a shell case.
But even back then, growing up, like the block parties was like prohibited for that, because there's so many kids and grown people out and adults out this joint. Like, you're not bringing
not
that
adults,
beef.
Just elderly.
Elderly. You're not bringing the beef to these kids and these elderly people. You try to catch the person somewhere. Y'all boys don't care right now. Like, what? I don't even know. Y'all
They don't respect their own parents. You think they give a fuck about Mima and fucking little Tay-Tay?
All y'all need to go to jail. Go to jail. All y'all need to go to jail. Everybody go to jail. Go to jail. Go to jail. Or matter of fact, go to jail and be put in a cell and fight.
Good sis Sherelle trying to get these niggas in jail.
Yeah, and so don't knock Sherelle from doing some of the shit that she doing, because on the other end, y'all want these kids off the street. Y'all want to have some peace in the joint, and sometimes she gotta do certain things to make this happen.
I want these kids to have trades in schools and shit to do in school, so that after school, so that they not getting 15, 16. And
the ones that's not copping guns, I want them to do that. The ones that's copping guns, I need them to go somewhere else. Y'all NP and the ones that's not trying to do this shit right now. You know what I'm saying? So we need y'all to get on out of here, man, with y'all dumb mindset and y'all dumb parenting mindset. Because y'all parents is the ones that not saying nothing, because they see y'all with these guns in y'all rooms.
Their parents is fucking smoking hookah and eating crab legs at fucking $2 Tuesday. What you mean?
Shouts out to the parents smoking hookah and eating crab legs. Not paying attention to your 17-year-old who keep on bringing guns in the house. Or your 14-year-old at this point that's bringing guns in the house, and you don't want to go in their room.
It's all fun and games, so she bring her baby home.
Take your goofy ass in their room. It's your house, idiot. Go in the room. It's your house. It's not their house. It's your house. Don't be mad because they mad at you. Be mad.
Yo, my son used to kill me with that.
Get
off
mad.
my door, nigga. Whose door? I will break this fucking door. Who are you talking to right now?
Come on,
he
parents.
said that one day. I allowed you the space to close your door in the first place.
Yeah, like, you tripping.
That was the first thing. I allowed you that space.
Tripping.
But when I came to the door and felt it was locked, nigga, open this door. Get off my door. Okay. You got to the count of 3 before I fucking big bad wolf this motherfucker, because who are you talking to? Like
your
that?
Door.
Your door. This ain't even my door.
Yeah. Like, you bugging.
We rent an apartment. This ain't my door. But I will kick this motherfucker in.
Come on.
If you don't open it.
Come on. Y'all kids gotta wake up, man. Like y'all violent. This violence in the city is crazy.
I honestly think I would really have a problem really putting hands on I know I would now, because I would just be so enraged I would probably hurt them. So I think it's funny how like like just I would take it there and that would make them react though. I think that's
the
what's,
respect
that's
factor
what's
you had.
yeah, that's what's missing. Motherfuckers
That's the
need
respect.
it. They don't fucking huff up to the, and then I had boys, so like for a long time
But-
it was boys. Like I had to fucking buck up to my son because he thought.
But that's the
Nigga,
respect
what?
that your kids have for you, though. So that's the
Yeah, I
respect
told him
that
one
they
day
know.
I'll beat
Like,
you and your fucking father. Try me.
yeah, 'cause I know, damn, you gonna beat the dad up too?
Yeah, because you know how kids when they live in a split parent home, it's always I'm gonna tell my dad or I'm gonna tell my mom or the story changed for one parent. I was that kid, so I fucking know.
Shouts out to the kids who do that.
My
That was
mom
like
know.
her.
I was that kid. I would make it seem so much worse. My dad lived in California when I was a junior in high school, and the shit I used to call and say, I used to be like, you would really think my mom was abusing me when really I was just doing dumb shit and she was going to whoop my ass because what else was she going to do?
Ass whoopers was the norm back then, man.
You know they was. For
That
me.
joint
You know, I
was
stayed-
crucial.
You know, I'll stay sneaking out
Shouts
the
out
one
to
into
Shelly.
my house.
Shouts out to Shelly. Shouts out to my mom. She beat. I ain't gonna put you out there, mom.
You know, I put my mom the fuck out there.
But yeah, I had plenty of ass whoopers, man. I broke the mold for Nucci not to get none.
That was just some baby boy shit. As a mom, respectfully, that's just some baby boy shit.
but all in
you
all,
go
though-
through so much with your oldest son. The last thing you really trying to do is put your hands on the
Oh,
baby
the first is the learning experience. The first one is the learning experience right there. Like the first one gonna catch all wreck, whatever it is. The first one is gonna get it. The next one is gonna
First
be
one
more
catch the
lenient.
fucking wrath of Cain.
Listen, the only time it resorts back is it don't resort back because you can have 5. You're not going to treat the 5th one like you did the first
Well,
one.
that's because if you have 5 kids in all reality, baby number 3, 2, and 1 are raising number 5.
Pretty much.
4 helping out.
Pretty much, y'all
And 4
helping.
is probably too
Yes.
young, but definitely 1, 2, and 3. They like we got this.
Yes.
They ain't got no choice because you too fucking tired. I know as a parent of 3, the first 2 definitely was taking. I used to be like, yo. I remember one time I called my son. I went to a fucking they used to have these like 420 events in West Philly.
Okay.
I went to one and I promise you everything in there had fucking everything.
This is a wild thing that you talk about 420 and then
Yeah.
we talk about your son. Like you got the 420 and your son the
No.
same
He was home, but he had his driver's license at this point.
Cool.
He got his license when he was 16.
All right.
And I remember I was there, and I remember it was what event. It was off of 52nd and Media. And I remember this particular day, Freeway had performed. I know it was hot as shit, and everything in there had THC in it to the point that I had to leave and go to the Chinese store across the street. Gang, what up? Across the street to get a bottle of water because even the water in that motherfucker had they was selling water that had THC in it.
Jesus Christ.
Nigga.
What 420 party was this? Bring that back.
And I remember I called my son. I said, hey, what you doing? He was like, I'm in the house. I said, listen, I'm on my way home. And my youngest son and my daughter were at my aunt's house, where my youngest son is always now. I said, I'm on my way home, and I'm going to need you to get your siblings because I'm a little fucked up, and I'm not even quite sure how I'm getting home. But once I get there, I need to lay the fuck down.
I like that.
That's how that phone call went. So he knew whatever you're doing or not doing, because this is my perception as a parent. I left you in the house. I'm sure you just fucking playing PlayStation.
Yeah.
Beating your dick or something. Like you're not doing nothing important. Like I said, they were he was still in high school. So so it's not like he was in college. He was still in high school.
Yeah.
The kids were young. So
Yeah.
that means if he like 16, then my daughter like 3, her
Yeah.
brother like 11, they at my aunt's house. Yeah, you gonna go get them. He like 16, 17. You gonna go pick them up and bring them
Yeah.
home. Cause I need to lay the
You
fuck down.
driving. You gotta help out. You the designated one right now.
My youngest son don't have his license yet, and he's already 17. At first, he was acting like he don't want to drive, but because my niece who's 18 drives now, he like, yeah, I want to learn how to drive. I'm like, nigga, I used to offer you, and you used to look at me like I was crazy.
Oh, hold up. Let me give a shout out to some other special kids, man. Yours. For that dope interview, Ahmad. Shouts out to you. Lil She, shouts out to y'all, man, for that dope interview last week.
That was Nazir
So,
Poozy's son. You know what my son just be.
Yeah, okay, Nazir.
Nazir, yes, Nazir. I forgot about that. So yes,
shouts out to them for the dope interview.
In the whole anti-violence and gun violence
What was the
campaign.
young girl name? You remember the young girl name? I would love to give her a shout out because I forgot her name.
So
she gave a good interview, yo.
She definitely did. I'm so mad I can't think of her name.
She did right
now.
with that drink, man. Shouts out to y'all though. Keep doing what y'all doing because y'all trying to. That's 3 youth that's trying to see what's going on with the violence, and they want to interview younger people, not just older people. So if y'all run across them and they want to give you an interview, man, cousin? Give an interview with the youngest, man. Yeah, they want some input.
They basically were trying to figure out how the gun violence is affecting individuals in the city, which is it's a logical question, a reasonable question. It's affecting everybody at this point because even if you don't directly know somebody,
yeah,
it's just the fact that this shit is happening, where it's happening, and the way it's happening. Like just the fact that you think you can't take the fucking bus because one day,
just that right there, like a lot of people, and even like you just said,
at the block party,
and even like you just said, like we can't have no party. So they trying to interview and see how like gun violence is affecting each and every person that they interview.
My youngest son loved hanging in Kensington, like, and every day I just be like, and I'm not even one of those people that honestly believe in the mystery, like the whole thing of, oh, the Lord take care of babies and fools. But I just say it every day, like babies and fools. Like, I don't know which one we are, but like
it's apparent too that he do got to take care of babies and fools for some reason. It's apparent that big homie up top, he do take care of babies and fools, man.
I don't know which one I fall under because when they say babies, I know they mean children of the Lord. So I'm just like, I don't know which one I fall under.
I know where I fall under. Homie, look out for me. I'm a fool. I make dumb decisions. I make some dumb decisions. I have made dumb decisions, and I will continue. Hopefully not as many, but I know people make mistakes. So I'm gonna make a bad decision here and there, but homie gonna take care of me because I'm a fool sometimes. So
you know what else has been worrying me a lot lately, especially having a 12-year-old daughter, and I know this has been your concern because you've had girls. It's been a lot of young girls that have been missing lately, young black girls. Now this has always been what I call like a white thing. Like it's always a little white girl missing. She always running away. You know, they're really liberal and open. So she's with her boyfriend. She's 13. He 21. Her parents allow that shit. Let me tell you how I will put foot to ass. And my son knew never to ask me to let any motherfucking body come live with us. Nigga, I don't want y'all living with me. You crazy as shit if you think I'm about to take on the responsibility of a daughter that's not mine.
Bugging.
Where is her mother? And why is she not telling her that this shit ain't right? Because y'all 16, 17, 13, 14, 15, 16, and the love that you never knew like this is gonna come 3, 4, 5, 6 times again. And if this love right here is that, it's gonna come back.
You know what happened? You know what happened? When people started dictating stuff with their feelings, everybody got feelings. So now kids that say, well, I feel like I can do this, that, and the third. Well, the reality is you can feel like you can do this, that, and the third. The reality is I'm the parent and I run this thing here, man. So,
which is why.
So you can't do unless I say do.
But that's why I've always allowed my children to express themselves.
You can express
so they don't feel it pent up.
Yeah.
But I always told them, I don't give a fuck. If I ask you why you did something, I don't know gonna get you a left hook. Because what the fuck you mean? I don't know.
Come on.
I have had each of my children at some point in their life tell me because they wanted to. Because they know, don't say I don't know. That shit gonna send me into a rage like no other.
That's the games we played, man. You can't play the same games we did on us.
Like and I tell them all the time. And I tell them, even if the reason is because I wanted to, I need you to know why the fuck you did something.
I need you to communicate.
I don't know not to be the answer because that's just crazy to me with all the knowledge that I have that I thought that I was imparting to you, that you're gonna sit back and tell me you don't know why you did some old dumbass shit.
I just need that line of communication open with my kids at all times. Same thing in relationships and shit like that. Like if you get in a relationship, man, the lines of communication, y'all should never have, how I'm gonna say this. The lines of communication has to be open. Like it should never be a time where if you hear something, you should tell your partner as soon as you hear it or see it or whatever. Nobody should have something in the tuck waiting to spring onto your partner or something like that, man. That's corny right there. Because if y'all dogs, then and I just say this literally, like if y'all dogs, that's your partner, that's your dog. So that's your dogs, man. You gotta be friends and y'all gotta be straight up with each other, man. That's what I learned being single though. Like being single taught me a lot. Took me a whole lot. Like Yeah, communication is the key to everything. Being upfront is like a must. You should be. That's a must for me though. Be straight up. Be upfront is a must.
I feel like this pre-Mercury retrograde got you in your bag or something. Yes.
No, it's just enlightenment.
Back to enlightenment.
Enlightenment.
Okay. Second
like
time
I
you
grow.
take it back to
You know, every
like,
people think because you're a certain age or you get to a certain point you don't grow, but you grow every day. My fucking hair grows every day, just so you grow every day. My nails grow. Your feet, you grow every day, man. So my brain learning shit or whatever different experience is going to help you grow. And I done been in a different experience. I was in a relationship for a long time, then I became single. So that's a whole different experience for me. So and in that experience, I've learned to grow. Being single, I've learned to grow. So and I grew in different places, and you know, so that's all. I just like to talk about the growth. That's it. You know,
growth is important.
Yeah, it's definitely important. Knowledge and growth is important. You need that, man. If you're not growing, if you're not exercising your brain, then shit.
I ain't seen 45 grow in these past 3.5 years for anybody to be talking about some why they gonna vote for him again. They talk about some Kamala had one thing to do, and that was fix the border, and she didn't.
You seen the commercial?
People don't remember a year ago where fucking he wasn't even working in politics. Donald Trump stopped the fucking border bill. The Republicans stopped it because he advised them. He wasn't even a senator, a fucking attorney. First of all, he ain't got no law degree, so he definitely wasn't nobody's attorney general. He definitely wasn't no prosecutor. He definitely was not a governor.
None.
He wasn't a fucking alderman.
None.
And he wasn't,
Alderman Brown.
This motherfucker was not even an alderman, and they listened to him, and then they want to talk about what she didn't do for the border.
I think sometimes the world and people in general get selective amnesia. They get amnesia.
That just reminded me of how my son, I told him, I was like, I'm voting for education reform, student loan debt forgiveness, and the right for my daughter to govern her own vagina.
Body. Yeah.
My son gonna say, what student loan? They in 2020 they were talking about it. Who do you know? I was like, first of all, son, I got my email, so I don't know what you're talking about. I'm still waiting for my loan to get forgiven, but I honestly have 10 friends who have had their shit forgiven.
I was about to say, there are people who this didn't happen for. My
best friend, Laia, she said she definitely is a staunch supporter of the Democratic ticket simply for the fact that she got a zero balance.
All right, so listen, right? So those kind of statements right there. So you the balance on that joint. This stuff happens for some people just because it ain't happening for you. You don't sit and like, oh, it didn't happen for me. That's just being selfish now.
I ain't being selfish. The fact that it even happened. My thing is the fact that it even happened. Let's vote for that shit because that means it makes it a possibility.
It's a possibility it's going to happen. So like people, and I think people in general, not just politics, people, we get selective amnesia.
Let me tell you why they need
Let's
to
stop remembering what we only want to remember and forgetting what we only want to forget.
I'm not paying them because y'all owe me reparations. I'm not paying the federal government a fuck ass thing for the 2 degrees that I have because they owe me reparations. I'm not paying. Before I pay, my shit been in deferment. I got my first degree in 2001.
Damn, you gotta pay them.
My shit, I made about 3 payments on my student loan. My shit been in deferment since 2002.
Oh, they looked out for you then.
I got my second degree in 2013.
You know what they did to me?
My loans have been in deferment since 2002. I'm not paying y'all. I will go get a doctorate and borrow more money before I pay this fucking government back.
You know what they did to me?
All the money they owe me. Give me 40 acres and a mule. Yes, I'll take that donkey.
They fucking garnished my wages. They went and got their money from me after.
They didn't garnish my wages. They didn't because I'm always poor and I always got fucking child care tax credit.
Yeah, so you shit. They went in my joint. I look at my check one day and it was like and what they do is listen, the government is good. Like y'all get in debt with the motherfuckers, man. Y'all fucked up. They go by a percentage.
Oh, I know.
So it doesn't matter if you go work overtime or whatever. It's a percentage of whatever your pay is. So don't think they just gonna take $100 unless you set that. They give you a chance to set what you want to pay.
Right.
But when you don't want to pay, they gonna come and get a percentage.
They say how much money you make. Oh, we're gonna take this for that. I already know. They've been trying for me, but they be like, this bitch broke. We can't even. She broke and got 2.5 kids and a mama she taking care of. Cause yes, I claim my mother.
They forced my hand. That's how I paid mine. They forced me. So I paid it. I'm happy that I paid them. It was one of the greatest times of my life. I paid them so much that they owed me money back.
I'm not even working in my field. Fuck y'all. Fuck y'all. Okay, I make barely, not even barely. I don't make a living wage and I work a customer service job. Fuck y'all.
Hey, yo.
Okay?
Hey, man.
With 2 fingers and a dildo.
Bow, bow. 2 fingers in the dildo and a rose. Bow.
Which, by the way, my girlfriends keep teasing me. They're like, they're going to put together and get me one of those. I'm not a toy person. I need somebody to use that with.
Hey, this one is going. I'm glad it's the end, but we going to say that you get a fucking a rose is the most amazing thing I've ever seen. And listen, I've seen it in action. The rose, the rose is no. I'm talking live in action. The rose is amazing.
He said I'm talking live in action.
And listen, I'm gonna buy a rose and bring it with me. You can judge me.
First of all, don't do that.
Say whatever you want. No,
unless you only messing with one person, because motherfuckers don't want you to pull up on the scene with a rose. Like, nigga, who the fuck else you use this on? Like, nah, that ain't cute, B. Like, I'm telling you, as your sister, don't do that.
They're gonna be in the pack.
Nah, well, yeah, it better be in the pack. And then somebody might be like, how many of these motherfuckers you just got in the tuck?
Mind your fucking business. This one yours. Shut up.
All right, we about to roll out. Shout out to EA, who's doing a celebrity basketball game this Saturday, July 27th. You can check out Obama EA on Instagram for more information.
What? He doing a celebrity basketball game?
Celebrity basketball game.
I can play basketball, EA.
Well, you
I'm
fucking
fucking
hit
good
EA.
at this shit.
Stay tuned. Tunnel Bangers up next. Play some music.
Some music
up
too.
next, meaning at 7.
Holla.
But stay tuned for the music.